We've always talked about this as a movement, not as a website. The reason why we've built a company is because I think a company is by far the best way to get the best people together and align their incentives around doing something great.
The number of things a single person, even who joins yesterday, within 3 weeks they're building something huge and shipping it to hundreds of millions of people. And there's not a single place on the planet I can think of that's anywhere even close to that.
I've been very fortunate to be a part of a lot of great companies in my career. Facebook is the one place that I think you actually get to do what you talk about in every other company and every other startup.
We're kind of in the sweet spot now, and will be for the next few years, where the company is large enough that there's room for people to come in and experiment with things and have a lot of leverage in what they do. And it's also not so large that you're going to get lost in that, right? We build a lot of tools that make it so that engineers can have low friction for getting started in an idea, can get machines if they want to test something out, have a good environment to build things. We push code every single night. So it's really a magical time for the company, and a lot of great people are joining now because of that.
We're in, V.1 days of all of these things. How is social going to be spread through the web? How am I going to represent my identity online? How am I going to communicate and share with people on mobile devices? How am I going to use location? All of these things are really, really early days.
We don't depend on, an architecture team that sits in an ivory tower and dictates out strategy. Instead, we depend on the collective.
I've had summer interns this summer who shipped major things. You can go be an intern at a big company and work on a product that maybe ships next year, or you can work on something that you and your parents and your friends and your sisters and brothers all use, and they can use it tomorrow. And there really isn't any place else like this. We operate the world's 4th largest website, with really what is a handful of engineers compared to everyone else.
We are way closer to the beginning of this than the end. And this is the type of thing that can get 1 billion people using it. Decisions that we make now and people who are joining now are really getting in at the ground floor in terms of shaping the direction that this is going to go in.